and making sure that it's recording properly. We don't actually keep those for very long, but sometimes I get a feedback loop and I just want to make sure that's not happening. And making sure that it's recording properly. There we go. We don't actually keep those for very long, but see what I mean? Okay, so I just want to start with, actually, I was watching as people logged in, and Mr. Matson is here for the state of Texas. Mr. Matson, can you introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Matson. I'm the prosecutor for the city of Temple.
Thank you, Mr. Matson. I'm going to actually move you over to a meeting starting with Mr. Swain. And Mr. Swain, I saw you a moment ago. There's a lot of folks here today.
I'm here, Judge.
There you go. Okay, great. I will move you over to that meeting, and while I make other announcements, I'll let y'all go ahead and get started. Let's see. And mostly I have pretrial folks today, but I just want to kind of hit the highlights. When you're given a ticket, when you're given a citation, those are methods under the law for accusing someone. That is what a ticket is. It's an accusation. When you give a plea, you're giving your answer, your response to that accusation, and we are presumed to be not guilty. Prior to entering a plea, if you wish to meet with an attorney of your choosing, you would let the court know just by simply saying, "Judge, I need some time, and I will delay your case and give you an opportunity to meet with an attorney, hire an attorney if you wish, or after meeting with an attorney, if you decide to proceed on your own, that is also fine." I don't have an opinion about that. What I want you to understand about that fact is that once you enter a plea and it is accepted by the court, you have waived that right to counsel. So just be aware of that. The other thing I want to talk to you about is just the options for pleading. If you plead guilty, you are admitting the offense. You're effectively saying, "I did this." If you plead no contest, you're allowing me to find you guilty without admitting or denying the offense. If you enter a plea of not guilty, you're contesting the charge, and we have the absolute right to do so. That ultimately means that the state will have to prove that case against you, and we do that in the court. We just simply call that a trial. We all have the right to have 6 people. In a Class C court, it's 6 rather than 12. But other than that, the rights are the same, and we have the right to have a jury hear the case and decide if we're guilty or not guilty. When you enter a plea of guilty or in a contest, you are waiving not only that right to counsel, but also that right to trial. If you're here and you've already entered a plea, we're just sorting through the sentence. It might have hit some bumps or hiccups, and we'll be talking about it. If you're here on the pretrial docket, I do that as a courtesy to keep folks from having to come into court, at least for the first one. And sometimes cases can get resolved in this format. There's no obligation to resolve your case through this format, though. And you have the right to come into court instead of being online to do this particular type of hearing. So if you wish to be here instead, you just tell me, "Judge, I need to reset and come in." If you plead guilty or no contest, I move into sentencing, and I look at, there are certain options for dismissal that I'm allowed to look at with you on a plea of guilty or no contest. Compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. This would be like defective equipment, sometimes the registration, things of that nature. And I'm allowed to start asking you questions on a plea of guilty or no contest, seeing if I can get you to that dismissal. And I will do that because the law that enables that says the judge shall do so, and I will look. If you have a moving violation, you might be able to gain a dismissal through a driver safety course option. That will also save you money if you're qualified to be in that program, because you pay the court costs, you don't pay the fine. And every ticket has a court cost and a fine. If you called the clerk and asked, "How much is this ticket?" you were given a whole number, and they probably didn't break it down for you. But in the driver safety course option, you pay the court cost. That is set by the Texas legislature. You don't pay the fine. That is set by the judge of the court. the fine goes on hold. And if you turn in the proper course, the proper record on time, you get your ticket dismissed. It doesn't go on your record. And the fine, when I sign the dismissal, I also waive that fine. It's cheaper than the ticket. It keeps it off your record. And if you're eligible for that program, you can do that on a plea of guilty or no contest. On a plea of guilty or no contest, I automatically start looking to see if I can get you to that option and then check in and see if you wish to do it. And if you don't wish to do it, that's perfectly fine. Not everybody cares about that or wants to do it. The third option is a deferred disposition. In a Class C court, you can ask for a deferred disposition directly to the judge on a plea of guilty or no contest. When you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, you would be required then to make the request. That's a delayed period of time where you are expected to do certain things, like sometimes turn in a class. Sometimes you're required to turn in a class or a driving record. We sort out your fines and costs. And if you comply with the order, it's a written order that you would have a copy of. If you do the things that are listed there, then you gain a dismissal. In a Class C court, you can ask the judge for a deferral simply on a plea of guilty or no contest, simply by saying, I would like a deferred. And that's how we do that. You can also talk to the prosecutor about a deferred. I can't require the prosecutor to make a specific offer to you, however. So that's up to whether y'all can come to some sort of agreement. But if you bring an agreement to me as judge of the court, I generally am going to sign those agreements. There's a rare occasion where I don't. And I don't know what that is. I mean, it's just case by case, but there could be an occasion, I suppose. But generally, if two parties to a two-party controversy agree, I will go with that agreement. So, don't feel like you need to get, I mean, y'all can have that discussion without me. And if you're able to come to an agreement, we'll see where we go. But it's probably favorable. Deferred is something you can talk to the prosecutor about. But at the end of that deferral period, the chief thing is you gain a dismissal. You'll know how to get one. Okay. But in Class C court, you can ask the judge of the court on a plea of guilty or no contest. And then the fourth final way to gain a dismissal in a Class C court is through teen court. And I will just leave that discussion parked for now because I don't see anyone who looks like they're eligible for teen court. But if I miss something, let me know. If you're in if you're in high school, or if your client is in high school, teen court might be an option. Okay. It looks a lot like the deferral process. It's just that we move the responsibility more onto the young person who is presumed to be not working. Okay. Sometimes the young people are working, but we presume they're not working for the point of that discussion. If I could, I just want to kind of clarify who's here because I have a few people that I couldn't identify. So let me just, a person named Theory, Thierry. Can you unmute and just let me know your full name, sir?
It's Terry, Terry.
Okay, Terry.
Jones. Yes, ma'am.
Jones. Mr. Jones, thank you. I have your name spelled Terry here in my system. So I missed that you were here, but I got you now. And thank you very much for letting me know. And I'm just going to change your name on the screen. It won't change it permanently. When you log off, it'll go back to what you have. But I don't want to lose track of you, Mr. Jones. And thank you. And I'll be with you soon. Your meeting is with the prosecutor, but we'll be with you shortly. And then I did have someone named Zoom user, and let me find that person. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yes, ma'am. Kind of red shirt. Yes.
Hello, Maya Williams. Sorry.
That's okay. It's not a problem, Miss Williams. You're actually meeting with me today, and I'm going to be with you very shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I know who you are. And let's see. I also had it looked like Jeff won. Let me find.
Jeff Lennick with the Law Office of Brett Pritchard, Your Honor, here today for Jessica Isaac.
Thank you very much. I've got you down. What's the last name?
Lennick, L-I-N-I-C-K.
Jeff Linick, thank you. And I will just change that on the screen for the benefit of the prosecutor. Okay, and then I also had Robert, Chris, and Cody, if you could unmute for me.
Your Honor, my name is Kate Pennington. I'm a new attorney with the office, and so I'm neither Robert, Chris, or Cody.
Are you
Apologies.
with- That's okay. Are you with the Callahan Law Firm?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me your full name, please.
Kate Pennington, KatePennington.
Okay, I think I've seen your name in the meeting before. Just Pennington is a local name too, and so I've got that now. Actually, let me add. Okay, so we'll all be with everyone shortly. I did want to start by talking to Farnham Nick Possessed. I probably said that very poorly.
Good morning. Sorry,
Excuse-
it's really hard to pronounce. Nick Pezic. You can call me Nick.
Posish.
Yes.
Where are you from? Just
I'm from Iran.
okay. Welcome. This is a speeding ticket, and give me just a moment. Let's see. I'm just reading the letter that you wrote me, which just stops. Okay, and you're living in the area. So do you have a Texas driver's license?
Yes.
Okay, one option, you've got a couple of options. One option would be to do a driver safety course option, but I think that we missed a court date maybe.
Construction workers.
Oh, sorry, it's a construction with workers charge. Excuse me. It just says speeding. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm talking to the clerk for a minute, because I have an error on my screen sheet. So,
No problem.
if you wish to talk to the prosecutor about the case, I'm not able to remove the workers present component of that charge. When you have a workers present charge in the state of Texas, you're not eligible, that offense is not eligible to do a driver safety course option or a deferral either. And it's just not one that is allowed to be removed from the record unless the prosecutor and you come to some sort of agreement. And as I said, I don't control those agreements with that prosecutor. I can approve them if there is one, but I can't force the hand of that person, if you know the meaning of the phrase. So if you wish to have that meeting, you could do that and see. I just don't know what it would net. Okay. The next thing I can tell you is that the other concern you have about being unable to afford to make the payment of the ticket is something I can directly address. I can order community service, and you can work off the fines and costs through community service. We have a whole way that we do that. And you'll probably have to come by and get some forms, or we can send them to you if you're able to print and sign those forms. But I can convert basically the fines and costs that are owed to a community service option. If I did that, then that would turn into 20 hours of community service. And I can do that right now today I can't do anything to keep it off your record directly at this time. So you really have to decide today, do you want to back up and have a conversation, or do you want to just move forward with it going on your record and doing the community service at this time? That doesn't take that offer off the table. It's not an offer. The community service is the status that you're in right now. So if you have that conversation, that doesn't change the community service option. It doesn't then mean that you're paying. That doesn't change.
I think I would like to go to have meeting with prosecutors.
Okay, I
Okay.
would probably do that. We're pretty full today, so I'll probably reset that. We can still do it online. Let me look and see. My next availability for that would be December 31st. Can you do that date?
December 31st. Wait, yes.
Okay. Can I use the email that we used to set up this meeting today and send the new meeting link to that email?
Yes. My last name, Nikp.
Yes. Sorry, is it the same one that we used for today?
Yes.
Then I've got it.
Thank
Okay. So I'll reset that for that conversation and we'll just see what happens there. But definitely don't miss the court date and it'll be online like this one. We'll send that link to the email that you've provided for us to have at that point. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you and take care. You're good
Have
to
a great day.
Thank you.
Thank
You too. You're good to go when you're ready.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Matson, I know that you and Mr. Swain were visiting and y'all had several clients of Mr. Swain's that y'all were talking about. Can we start with the Aravajo case?
We can, Judge. Mr. Swain has an offer to take back to his client on that. So if
Okay.
we could reset, that'd be great.
Are we resetting to Zoom on 12/31?
Yes, Judge, that would be fine.
That's New Year's Eve day. Are we cool with the
Yeah.
date?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, great. I'm gonna hand that off to the clerk who will send that to the email that you provided. And I will say the next one, I'm just pulling that up. Give me just a minute to catch up with y'all. That's gonna be Lucas Montes de Oca. Is that right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, great. Where are we with this one?
I think we're in the same boat for that one, Your Honor.
Okay, can we keep them all on 12/31?
Yes, please. That would be
I think
great.
that's fine.
Okay, then I am handing that off to the clerk. And I probably know the answer, but I'll go ahead and ask. It's one final case, and I'm wondering, is it the same?
It is, Judge, and Ms. Besner actually has 2 citations, and I believe Mr. Swain was just sent a request to be retained on the citation from September 12th. He's not currently on that, but he's preparing to be. So
Oh, okay,
unless you have an objection to it, I think it'd be smart to just lump those together also on the 31st.
okay. I'm just making a note about the just retained. And yeah, I got it now. And so 12/31.
Yes, please.
Okay, we're good. I believe that's all of the business Mr. Swain has with the court this morning. Am I right about that?
I believe so, Judge. Yes.
That is
Okay,
all I see as well.
okay then. There was a lot, so great. Then I will let you go, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And my next person to meet with Mr. Matson is Attorney Kurt Glass on the Roy Lara case. Good morning, Mr. Glass. How are you, sir?
Morning, Your Honor. Kurt Glass here from the law firm of Kurt Glass.
Okay, that was funny. Sorry. I will move that over to the pretrial with Mr. Matson, and thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And I would also like to talk to Mia Williams. Ms. Williams, good morning again.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I wanted to talk with you. I did receive your plea.
Yes, ma'am.
I will tell you that this is one where, and I just want to double check, but I think that you're eligible for what we call our first offender program. So we have a program that I have carved out with that prosecutor. It's a written agreement that he and I have together that if this were on his docket, he agrees what he would do, and I agree what I think should happen. You don't have a prior theft charge with us. And what we do is reset your case for 30 days from today, and we give you an opportunity and some paperwork to help you know how to get a theft intervention class done. And then you would have to pay for that class. They run you about $30-ish, okay? It's 4 hours, I think. I'll double check that. Let me just look real quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
I actually happen to have that motion, or I did have that motion pulled up. I don't right now, but if
No
you
problem.
if you get the course turned in, then I dismiss the charge and it's not on your record and you don't pay the $381, which I think most people would be really happy about.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
It is an 8-hour course. The clerk was kind enough to look it up real quickly for me.
No problem.
So if I send you a reset form and I reset you, it would actually be December 5th. And actually, hold on, let me Zoom, we would do that on Zoom, right?
Just do an extension.
Okay, yeah.
She does the class and then.
And if not, then she comes in and we sit. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure I understood how we're currently doing this because we have a hybrid with the Zoom and the regular court. So it would be a reset of your case to December 5th.
Okay.
And you would just sign that reset saying you agree you have a court date. We would need you back here. If what you would want to do is get the course done as quickly as possible and turn it in. But no later than the day before so that we can remove it off the docket of that day and let me sign that dismissal. If you don't get it done, though, you need to come in and talk to us about what's happening and why it's not done. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Absolutely, Your Honor. I really appreciate that opportunity.
Yeah, you don't want to miss the court date because part of that agreement is that you're on time and that you stay on your court dates. But yeah, these have a tendency to haunt your future endeavors. So we would like you to think about that. I'm sure you will.
I really appreciate it.
And take this opportunity to just do the class and put it behind you.
Yes, ma'am.
So December 5th is your due date, no later than, but you could always turn it in next week and we'd be done, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. As soon as possible. I really appreciate the opportunity. And I just wanted to apologize because it's not something that I do or that I want to continue doing.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was just having a conversation with a family member about this last night, as a matter, and about being a young person and making a decision that just is not your best foot forward and the need to kind of, hunker down and address it, but then find a way to work past it.
Yes, ma'am.
If I email to you the reset form, can you print it and sign it and email it back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I will also include all the information that you need to find the proper class. It just needs to be 8 hours. We have a suggestion list, but really what I'm looking for is 8 hours of theft intervention. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. We're going to send that to you. You should expect it sometime this morning. And if something happens and you don't receive it, you need to call and check and see what's happened. Okay.
And I have that number on here.
You should. Yes, ma'am. That's right.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you so much. I will do that.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Any questions?
Nope. I completely understand. Like I said, I appreciate this opportunity. I really do.
You're welcome. And I look forward to getting back your class. And also I'm excited for your new job.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes,
you. Hang
Have
in
a
there.
good one.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Matson, I know that you and Mr. Glass were working on the case of Roy Lara, right? And
That's
so
correct, Your Honor.
let's check in and see where we are.
Your Honor, he is going to take an offer back to his client, so if we could get a reset, that would be fantastic.
Okay, are we resetting back to this platform?
Yes, please.
And Mr. Glass, will 1231 work for you, or will
Yes.
you? Okay, great. Then we'll send it to your email, and we will look forward to hearing from you then.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Moving forward, Mr. Matson, Rowan Kaminsky was the next person, and I'm gonna go ahead and check in on Rowan Kaminsky and make sure that the audio is working.
Hello?
Yes, hi, great. Let me move you over to that meeting with the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And I've done my docket for the day, so I'll just hang out with y'all. Okay, and we'll move things as quickly as we can, but we want to give everybody that opportunity to, fully vet their case. So let's see.
Morning, Your Honor. My name's Lindsay Shaw. I was a few minutes late. I don't know if I maybe missed if you called my case on the docket this morning.
Not yet.
I'm it's for a speeding ticket.
Right, I haven't yet called that one.
Oh,
And
okay.
I saw you.
I certainly can wait. I apologize.
No, you're fine. You didn't see how we were doing it. I don't call the whole thing. I
Okay.
call them once I kind of see who's here. It just helps to do it that way because
Yes, ma'am.
if we get too formalized, it just becomes messy,
Right.
But I definitely let you in and I saw you and I'm you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're here on the John Bunk case.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, we'll be with you soon.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I will wait. Thank you.
Yes, and this docket is normally not a super long docket, so.
Okay.
I'm just looking and signing things online, so.
So I guess, and just one more question, do I need to get in line to speak to Mr. Matson, or we just haven't gotten to the tickets yet?
Right, they're all
Okay.
tickets. They're mostly all tickets, and
Okay.
you're already in the line because
Okay,
I
perfect.
look for when people logged in.
Okay, that is,
The good news is the Zoom structure now tells me that, so
okay.
we're good.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. No problem. Just moving Ms. Kaminsky back over. Okay. Mr. Mattson, Ms. Kaminsky, can we check in on this matter?
Yes, Judge. We have an agreement in place. Um, First, I'd like to reduce the fine. Right now, the fine is set at $200, and I would like to reduce that to $100.
Okay,
And then once that reduction has been entered, this ticket will be placed on a 90-day deferral. And the only requirement would just be payment of the remaining balance by the 30th day of the period.
okay. So let me just recap and make sure I've got it. First, a reduction of the fine down to $100 plus costs.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
a 90-day deferral, payment by December 5th. No other conditions?
That is correct.
Okay, and Ms. Rowan, I'm sorry, Ms. Kaminsky, I do need to get your signature sometime today on that order. And I didn't know, I see you're in a vehicle, so I didn't know if you were able to come by the court or if I email it to you, if you're able to print it and sign it and email it back to us.
I will definitely go by the courthouse.
Okay, when can we look for you to be here? We can have it ready for you.
I'm over by the hospital and I can be there in 10 minutes.
Don't rush. That's about right on the time. That's about right on the time. So we'll have it at the front desk for you. And that way you can sign it, get a copy, and be able to, have everything you need.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And we'll see you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Mr. Mattson, you're moving forward with the Law Office of Todd Koch. And today we have Kristen Edwards here. Ms. Edwards, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking, and I hope you're well.
Thank you.
I'll move you over to that meeting.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're checking in on the L'Oreal McDonald case. Where are we? There are two cases.
Yes, Judge. These cases are from 2014, so I
Yeah.
think once the Omni fees have been paid on each citation, I'm going to just be filing dismissals.
I think once the dismissal is signed, those Omni fees get reversed. The Omni fees are connected to the fines and costs. So there's not I mean, if they're dismissed, then they would revert back. So it would just, I'm so sorry, but that's just going to be needlessly complicated for the
Oh,
clerk.
then that's totally fine. I'll just move to dismiss both of them then.
Okay. All right. So prosecutor dismissal.
Yes, Judge, and I can send those over to you later this morning.
I think we can print them here with your authority given online, and
That's
we
fine.
can
Thank
email
you.
them. We can email them to Ms. Edwards to the DeCotte firm. Okay, you're muted, but thank you. Did you have any questions, Ms. Edwards?
No, ma'am, sorry. I was just asking if I can be excused.
Yes, you absolutely can. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, you're welcome. Mr. Miller, I know you're here for Shannon Ashbrook, and I will move you over to that meeting.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. What did you think about that blue plate offer?
Just. For the 11.
Yes. Okay. Oh, we're back. Okay, excuse me. Let's check in on the Shannon Ashbrook case, please.
Your Honor, we do have a deferral agreement.
Okay,
In terms of that deferral are going to just be a 90-day period with payment of the balance by the 30th day.
okay. And no class or anything of that nature on this one. I'm sorry, no license producing.
Mr. Miller did send me an occupational license
Okay,
that has been filed with the Bell County Clerk's Office, and I'm going to forward that to Aaron right now.
thank you very much. That would be great. I do like to know that the person is lawfully driving again, because then I'm less likely to see
Yeah.
them on revocation. Okay, great. So a 90-day deferral, that's gonna end February 3rd. And then a payment by December 5th, December 5th, excuse me. Is that y'all's expectation as well?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
Judge.
Okay. All right then. Thank you. We'll send that over, Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're
Bye-bye.
you're good to go.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. If I could, and I will say this name terribly wrong, but I will try. Sumeda Nagareddy. Can you unmute?
Good morning, Judge. Yes.
Good morning. I'm going to move you over to that meeting with the prosecutor, Mr. Matson, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So let me get the other party moved over. And if we could, let's check in then on the Nagareti case.
Your Honor, we do have a deferral agreement.
Okay. Let's
The
get the.
terms of that,
Mhm.
the terms of that are going to be 120 days with a 6-hour course by the 60th day, and then payment of the balance by the 30th day.
Okay, so the balance is paid by December 5th. The course, which we will give you information for how to find a course, ma'am, would be due January 6th, and the deferral would end by March 5th.
Okay.
Is that everybody's understanding?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me, I can send a copy to the email that you have on file. That would be where we sent the notice of this hearing. Will that email work for you?
Yes.
Okay.
That will work, Judge.
Very good. We'll send that to you. If you can print it and sign it and get it back to us today, that's what we need to do.
Okay. I will do that today.
Thank you. That should come your way soon.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any
And
questions?
yeah, so once the course is done and the payment is done, the case will be dismissed, right?
It gets dismissed March 5th, as long as you also don't get any more citations or arrests.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
You're good to go when you're ready. Okay, and then let's see. On the Jessica Isaacs case, attorney from the Pritchard Law Firm, Mr. Linick. And I know your audio is working. There we go. We hit the button at the same
Same
time.
time. Got
There
it.
we go. Okay, moving you over to that meeting. Pictures. You know, I wouldn't have voted against us, but I almost voted for the one that won because it was so funny and clever. Okay, let me get Mr. Linick back over. And let's check in on the single charge of speeding in the school zone Jessica Isaacs case.
There is an offer on the table, Judge, so if we could get a reset, that would be fantastic.
Okay. Are we coming back to the Zoom platform for that next pretrial?
That would be ideal, Your Honor.
Mr. Linick, can we do the 31st of
31st, yep, 31st will work just fine.
Okay, we'll send the link to the email that you provided for today. And we'll see you then.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Terry Jones. Mr. Jones, let me move you over to that meeting. Is your audio working? There we
Yes, ma'am. I got it on. Mhm.
Great.
I have to figure out how to get back on here.
We're good. Okay, let's check in on Mr. Jones' case. And Mr. Jones, you're allowed to be unmuted too.
Judge, I wanted to double check with you and see if Mr. Jones would qualify for community service.
Let me double check. Yes, he is.
Okay, then we have a deferral agreement.
Okay,
The terms of that are going to be 120 days with a 6-hour course due by the 60th day. And then I'm not sure what his community service balance. I think it would be 14 hours.
yes, 14 hours with the same due date of 1/16. And sorry, Mr. Jones, I can email that information to you. I do need one form to be signed. If you're able to print it and sign it, that's great. I know you're in the Waco area, perhaps.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if I email that to you, can you sign it and get it back to us today?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be a deferral that you sign. There'll be a single form about where you go to do the community service. You know, they may or may not have coverage. It would be on that party and not the city to provide any coverage if you're seen or spotted or injured. I have a list of places that are here in Temple. You're not required to drive to Temple to do community service. I have a process where you're allowed to go in your community, but I need to pre-approve the place because I don't want you to work and do something that isn't going to be allowed to be approved. The main thing is it has to be an up-to-date nonprofit organization, and you have a 2-week window to get that back to us. I've got a form that you take to whoever you're trying to do, and they fill it in. That way, you know they're going to cooperate and help you. I've had problems with that. And also, you know that we can safely approve it and not reject the hours after you've done them. So
Okay.
that's a kind of a pre-approval process. And that due date is by November 19th. Otherwise, you can go to anything that's on my list. If it's in your community and up there, like the Salvation Army, for example, that's fine. If it's not on my list, but it's up there, it needs to get through that hurdle of pre-approval. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. If you run into any issues, email back to the clerk and we'll try to problem solve it with you.
Okay.
Usually it's not a problem, but you never know what people are going to run into. And but the holiday season is actually a good time to do volunteer work, so it may work out really well. And I'll send that to you here this morning shortly. And then just print everything, sign it, and get it back to us, and then get to work finding that provider and that online course. We'll send you information about that as well.
On the online course, is it a fee?
You do have to pay for that course.
Okay. But y'all will send me some places I can go to?
To do an online course.
Yeah.
So what we give you is a form that tells you how to find it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have recommendations of that nature. I don't get kickbacks or anything like that. It's just go find something that's approved under the law and we're good with it.
Okay. I'll do
Okay.
that.
Yeah. And that way you can kind of price shop too.
Right.
Usually $25, $30 you wind up with on that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Any further questions? Those are good questions.
That'll be all. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
And it will never happen again.
Excellent. That's good. That's good. Thank you. All right. You're good to hang up whenever you're ready. Mr. Matson, I am going to move you forward. The attorney from the Callahan Law Firm, Kate Pennington, is here, and I will move you over to that meeting. Y'all are working on the Bach case.
Hi, Judge. I think we just spoke about the offer and we would ask to get a reset. And so I can communicate with my client.
Okay. Are we resetting back to Zoom?
Yes, Judge, that's fine.
Okay, does December 31st work for both of you?
It does.
Okay. I'll email that to Ms. Pennington to the email that we have on file for your firm, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much.
May I be excused?
You may. Thanks for asking. You're good to go. If I could get Frank Sinise to unmute and get on screen, I'm not sure what's happening with that video.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Sorry about that, Your Honor. My camera has about an hour before the battery dies on it, but I have my laptop here. I just didn't want to exit and get locked out. Do you want me to go on my laptop and be on video?
I think that is that a separate? Yeah.
I would have to log back in on it if that's fine.
Okay. Why don't you do that? You're not going to lose your play. I am going to move to the next person, but then I'll push you back in line the moment you're back on. Okay.
No worries. Yeah, here, let me click bam, bam,
See you
and I
shortly.
should be logging in now.
Okay. If that's okay. I will actually move forward to Mr. Wolf quickly and then sort out this other issue and make sure it's working.
No
Mr.
problem.
Wolf, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay. And I'll bring in this other device. Sometimes that creates like a conflict sort of thing. So let's just check on it and it's probably going to be fine. Let's see. And so we're going to be on one. Now, does the new device have audio as well?
It does. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to disconnect the other one.
Perfect.
Just because you never know what that's going to do. I've had crazy stuff with Zoom, and I'm more than happy that I got to learn all about it, and I'm glad we get to continue to use it.
It's a learning experience.
It's helpful. It's helpful because people can't always, it's not convenient to come to court, so. And this docket is faster this way too with the attorneys because, well, a lot of times attorneys are all over the place, especially in this particular county. So it's also helpful for that as well. I'm going to say this name incorrectly, but is it Ainiola Odebayi?
Aniola Odebi.
Okay, I'll do my best. You're coming up too. We haven't forgotten about you either. Okay.
Yes. All right, Mom.
And your name, where are you originally from?
Nigeria.
Okay.
Hey, Judge, I just wanted to let you know, Judge, I'm gonna join on my phone. So if you see my name pop up a second time and just leave the computer, I have to run to court, but I'll be on my phone if that's okay.
We'll do our best. Thanks for letting me know.
Still be here. I'm just switching from, I'm gonna leave it on here and I'm gonna join on my phone.
The biggest thing is just, you know, if you're driving, don't have your
Oh, no, I'll walk to court.
Okay.
Okay.
We're good. Okay, Mr. Matheson, Mr. Wolf, let's check in.
Your Honor, there's an offer on the table. Mr. Wolf needs to take it back to his client. So if
Okay.
we get reset, that'd be great.
And we're resetting
yes.
to the December 31st Zoom time. Is that working? Working
Yes,
for
Judge.
Okay. Sounds good. Mr. Wolf, you're good to go.
All right, thank you. Y'all have a good day.
And you too. Mr. Sinise has got everything ironed out, and so I'm gonna move him over to that. Mr. Matson, there you go. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. Let me get Mr. Sinise back over. Okay, let's check in on the single case regarding Mr. Sinise.
Your Honor, Mr. Sinise has already submitted a photograph of his car with the registration sticker on it, and then I asked that he submit also the receipt from his registration. Apparently, the dealer sent it to him late when he bought his car. So once that has been received, I'm going to be filing a dismissal on this citation.
Okay, so you're gonna monitor that and we're looking to get that back.
That's correct.
Okay. I'll just make a note of that.
I told him to just email his receipt with the cause number in the subject line, and that the clerk should let me know when it's been submitted.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you. I'm good to go.
Yes, we're looking for that today, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it right now.
Great, perfect. Sounds good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Mr. Matson, Anola Abehi, I said it incorrectly, but probably maybe got closer than last time, is gonna move over to that meeting with you now. Have you seen that show, Enola Holmes? It's a the sister of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, I've seen, yes, the little girl.
Mhm.
That's on
She
Netflix,
was on
isn't it?
Stranger Things as well. The actress. It's really good. There's a part 1 and part 2. It's fun. Mr. Bishi asks for discovery. ODEBIYI.
You're not sure?
He's here. They're in that meeting. I just didn't know if that made it into our. Okay, so where are we on this single matter?
Your Honor, we do have an agreement for a deferral.
Okay,
The terms are going to be 120 days, and the balance is 234, and he would have 30 days to pay that.
okay,
I'm going to waive a course at this time because he does not live in the state of Texas.
okay. All right, so as I understand it, a deferral from today until March 5th, just normal terms and conditions, which are no offenses in the state, no arrests, anything of that nature. That's just standard language, and payment by December 5th. Is that the agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Obaji,
Debbie.
if I could email that to you, to the email that we used today for the meeting. Are you able to print it and sign it and email it back to us?
I have my signature. I can use my laptop. It's a signature, not a name. I already customized that.
It is
If
yours.
that's acceptable.
I can do that. Okay, we will send that to you shortly.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
And do you have any questions?
That will be all, ma'am.
Okay, when you read it through, it should be pretty self-explanatory.
All right, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're good to go.
Thank you.
Attorney Shaw, are you there? She had to switch devices for right now.
I'm here, Judge.
Great. I will move you over to that meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Let's check in on the John Bunk case.
Your Honor, we do have an agreement for a deferral,
Okay.
and it's just going to be a 90-day with payment today.
Okay.
That is our agreement, Judge.
Okay, great. A 90-day deferral then will end by February 3rd and payment being today. I will email that over to your office, Ms. Shaw, and you can print it and sign it and email it back. That would be great.
Perfect. Yes, ma'am.
Once that email is sent, that means it's set up in our system to where your client or whoever's doing payment can go ahead and do that online or by phone. Or
Okay, Judge.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michelle.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.